Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will be getting started shortly with the launch of the new Vento. If I could request you to please settle down, put your mobile phones on silent, get comfortable, and we'll be on the way soon.
Sit down.
Very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Volkswagen, I just want to thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm Mayanti Langa, and it's going to be my pleasure to keep you company today. I hope you're all excited as I am, because we're here for the launch of something new, for the launch of the brand new Vento that has been crafted with pure emotion and most definitely will make you feel the love. So I won't get into the details too much because we have someone who will do that very effortlessly for you. So if I could call upon Mr. Kamal Basu, Head of Marketing and PR of Volkswagen Passenger Cars to get us started, we'll be on our way.
Good afternoon. We really appreciate you having taken the time out to be with us here today on a very special day today for us. I'd also like to extend a very warm thank you to everybody out there in the virtual world who've logged in to see our live webcast today. Thank you, and we appreciate that. Today is a very special day for us at Volkswagen. We met here about a year ago, And in the last year, or a little over a year, we're meeting again for the third time for a third new launch. I'm very excited with what's come about with the new Vento. It's always a challenge to enhance something that you always thought was great. But I think the teams back home at Volkswagen have done a spectacular task. And I wouldn't want to stand in the way of you all having taken a look at the new Volkswagen Vento. So without much ado, I'd just like to announce, let the car roll in. Thank you very much.
style and safety. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Michael Meyer, Director, Volkswagen Passenger Cars.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here in Delhi for the launch of the new Vento. It's a great pleasure for me to be here with my team just about 12 months after we had launched the new Polo last year in July. So it's exciting times for Volkswagen. Volkswagen is back in the news. During the last 12 months, we've seen a tremendous development of our brand. This year, until May, our sales have gone up by 17%, whereas the total market has clocked a 7% increase. This is a clear sign of trust of the customers into the Volkswagen brand. It is a sign of confidence of them into our dealer network, and of course, a sign of appreciation of our products, of their class-leading safety features, of their fun to drive, of their good engines, and of course, of their very robust and class-leading build quality. So just about 12 months ago, we had brought in the new Polo, which has seen tremendous appreciation by the customers, and especially in its new 1.5-liter TDI engine. And on top, our hot premium variant, the Polo GT, both in its TSI and in its TDI version, have seen an outstanding pickup of customers in the last 8 to 9 months. And the Polo range has recently been completed with the reworked Cross Polo that came into the country in January. I'd like to also put one pointer onto our DSG automatic direct shift gearbox, which was introduced into the Vento last year, first time with diesel engine. We've seen 40% of our customers choosing a DSG gearbox in the Vento. That's very encouraging for us. And last but not least, in February, we brought in the new Jetta, who has made its Volkswagen statement in the executive sedan segment. So, product is important, and India is important for Volkswagen. That's why we just recently, with some of you, shared our product plan for the coming 24 months, which will see 5 new launches of cars into the Indian market, which will see a spread of the Volkswagen product portfolio that we didn't have before. First of it being, of course, the new Vento. We'll get more news about that just soon. This will be followed by our entry into the sub-4-meter sedan segment, a very important increasing segment in India, and Volkswagen will launch its Indian compact sedan next year. We will give the Indian customers a Volkswagen proposition in that segment. And then I'm very proud to say that we will bring a car into India which epitomizes the brand in the world. That is the Beetle. The Beetle will come back to India and will find its chosen buyership in that market. And that, of course, will be followed by the Passat, our 8th generation Passat, very successfully introduced globally in the past month. This car will come to India. It will compete with all the sedans in that segment, and I'm very sure it will make its ways into the hearts and homes of Indian executive sedan buyers. And last but not least, the very important segment of sports utility vehicles. We will make our inroad into that market with a brand new Tiguan, a car that's not yet been launched. It will see its first presence and premiere in this year's Frankfurt Motor Show, and then onwards will be launched into India. We will make our presentation here and give the Tiguan an inroad into the Indian market. So this will widen our product. It will give the brand the presence it needs in India, and I'm sure we'll find a lot of satisfied customers. So let's come quickly to the Vento I'm sure you're most interested in. The car has been launched in 2010 late, and it has seen more than 110,000 buyers ever since. I have to say the Vento has truly shaped the image and the positioning of the Volkswagen brand in India. One of our core products, and I think we need to get more information about that. Just one small piece of information: Indian customers will be the first globally to buy this car. I think this also underpins the significance of that market to Volkswagen. So let's share some of that information. Thank you very much so far.
Thank you very much, Mr. Meyer. Most definitely looking forward to the days to come and tell you more about the beautiful new Vento. Please help me re-welcome Mr. Basu on stage.
Thank you. So, nothing short of a masterpiece here today. I think Michael spoke about three important characteristics of any Volkswagen product: safety, build quality, and drivability. But I think there's a fourth dimension that's come alive today, is the design and style element of the new Vento. We've got a completely new, very aerodynamic bonnet that covers the front, a new design that's been brought in, with a much was down as well onto the. The beauty of this design actually circumferences the car all around, the front, the back, and the sides, and you'll probably be taking a closer look at it soon. Let me take you through some key highlights. As Michael was saying, the Vento is a core product of our today. It's been around for the last 5 years, very successfully run, 110,000 people driving around in this car, and excellent feedback. But with the new Vento, this car represents high-class status and dynamic, prestigious design. You'll take a look at a few elements in a short while. It's innovative and technologically advanced as a car in the consumer's hands. We reward customers' success and career by offering high-quality standards. It's something that's in our DNA at Volkswagen. We combine elegance, reliability, and German engineering that we're already known for to bring this car at an affordable price. But we will come to that in a little while. We've brought in 2 new colors with the new Vento: the titanium beige, as well as a carbon steel. We've also continued with 4 very, very successful colors that have been ongoing with the Vento, which is the reflect silver, the candy white, the toffee brown, and the night blue. Functional devices are actually what we've brought into the car that innovate life and make it much more convenient and safe for the customer to drive the new Vento. Safety, one of our key and primary pillars at Volkswagen, and I'm proud to say that without any doubt in my head, I can say that we are best in class when it comes to safety. Dual airbags as standard in every variant of the Vento. It comes even without being asked for in every variant. ESP, Electronic Stability Program, something that all of you all would agree is a key essential driving on roads like ours in India. We've put in the cruise control to create a comfortable drive when people are driving on long expressways, which are now becoming a part and parcel of our life outside most major cities. We've got the electrically foldable mirrors inside, which can now be controlled from inside, and the opening, closing of the outer rear view mirrors can be managed more smoothly. We've got a soft touch button on the rear boot, which a slight finger touch can actually open the boot for you. And of course, for those who enjoy a long drive, a nice, cool glove box to cool beverages and water for you. Moving on, I think innovative lighting features is what is another dimension to the new Vento. It gives you great appearance and outstanding design. We've got the LED indicator integrated into the outer rear view mirror. We've got tail lamps with a LED design look. You'll see ambient inner lighting inside the compartment of the car. We've got cornering lights from the fog lamps that actually are very, very useful from a requirement aspect in India, especially when you're turning around curbs in the night to see if there's any object or anything that could be lying at the corner of the road. And of course, very powerful 8/7 dual beam headlamps are part of the features. I spoke to you about the grille. The chrome plating is actually, as I was saying earlier, all around the car. The front grille has beautiful chrome-plated lips. The door handles on the sides have chrome-plated door handles. The boot lid has a chrome plate. The bumper, the rear bumper has a chrome plate. We've also got some chrome plating inside, which I'll talk to you about in a little while. We've also got a new design theme inside the car, a new color theme inside the car, and I think it's best seen to experience what it's like. Very soothing, very comforting inside. The finish across the dashboard is something that's richly elegant. A new steering wheel generation refreshes the interior look, and I'd like to share with you this look where you see the dashboard with the chrome plate. You'll see the new sporty flat bottom steering wheel as the dead pedal for all our automatic enthusiasts. Having said this, one of the key factors that customers evaluate when they actually go in to buy any car is fuel efficiency. And I'm really glad to tell you all that today, with the new Vento, we've actually improved fuel efficiency by 7% on all our petrol variants and up to 2% on the diesel variant. I think that's really unmatched in terms of this level of improvement on fuel efficiency. This is what the product is all about. The campaign, the marketing push around this product, around the Vento, starts from tomorrow. But as a special privilege for all of you seated here today, and for those out there watching the live webcast, we're going to have a special preview of the new Vento television commercial being aired for the first time ever to any audience. So take a look and enjoy the television commercial. If you can play that, please.
Oink oink that old MacDonald had a farm, and old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and old his farm he had a big E-I-E-I-O.
Built thoughtfully, the new Vento. Feel the love.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
Thank you. So a very aggressive campaign starts tomorrow, and we're sure this new Vento will meet all success as it has designed to meet. So having said that, I think we've now come to the penultimate point where I think everyone's waiting to hear the final price of the new Vento. And for that, I'd like to invite Michael Meyer back on stage to unveil the price.
So obviously, one of the most important facts of a new car, we've tried to keep the Vento a premium value pricing proposition, And the price of the new car starts at, obviously not 0, but 7,70,000, that's just about near the outgoing price of the old car. I think it's a tremendously well-positioned car price, and it will be also coupled with nice financing offers that we will give to customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Meyer. Mr. Basu, if I could request you to rejoin. It's amazing to have such wonderful features for such fantastic prices. And I'm sure our friends in the media really do want to take that opportunity to learn a little more about the car, the product, which is why, ladies and gentlemen, the media, the floor is now actually open to you. We're going to come across with you for a short media interaction. All I'd request you to do is just raise your hands, and our lovely hostesses will come across to you with the mic. And then, of course, you'll have ample opportunities to interact with these gentlemen later and take pictures as you please.
So, now we're going
We'll take a break.
Ladies
for
and
the
gentlemen.
photo
Take a little
ops.
break
There will
and
be
then
a lot
do
of
some-
opportunity for photo ops, but we'll just take some questions if we have from the audience. Anybody with any questions? Can we have the mic up front here on the first table to my right? Yep.
You mentioned that you would be launching 5 new cars this year, or is it this fiscal?
In the next 24 months.
Next 24 months. Okay. So the Beetle and the Passat and the Tiguan and the sub 4 meter Vento will be in the same 24 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't hear you. You have a. Can we have the mic on, please?
I think you have to stand up and speak very loudly. Here we go.
Hi, sir. Samir Dixit from Z Business.
Hi.
So my question is regarding your SUV. So can you give me more details regarding its launch or specification, especially the competitors, because Hyundai is coming up with their new SUV segment, Car Creta. So in that context.
Well, the new Tiguan is obviously a new car that has not yet been launched and revealed so far. However, there's an existing version which is very successful, #1 in Europe, and very successful in countries like America and Russia. And it competes in a higher segment. So we will do the entry into the SUV segment in a higher segment, which is probably slightly above that, what you call the smaller SUV category, which we have in view as well.
Yes, I have a question regarding the design. Considering that the Japanese manufacturers are much more successful in Indian market because of their design. So what sort of customization you are going to be looking for their new launches so that they are much more, accessible to the Indian customers, and they are much more able to be, they are able to have adapt to adapt to the new designs and technology.
Well, obviously, design is a subjective thing. There will be always different tastes, and Volkswagen's design has a very stable, a very quality-focused approach. We will never be the ones that will have the curvy, chromy things, and one day this, next day the other. I think we will find, clearly have found, our buyership here, and we will continue design strategy with each new model that comes into India. Of course, adding the flavors that are necessary. You will see that in this car, we've subtly put in more chrome, which will appeal to the Indian customers. So it's, I think, the right strategy to keep the design heritage and the design pedigree of Volkswagen and add it up to the Indian standards.
Okay, my second question is regarding the localization. What sort of localization content you would be looking at, because the rupee is depreciating and imports are going to be a lot more expensive. So what sort of localization you would be looking as far as your new launches are concerned?
Well, we are obviously looking into localization on a continuous process for each car, and definitely there is only little opportunity these days to import cars into India as fully built-ups. So each of the cars that we're going to be launched will be striving for a relatively high level of localization, obviously depending to the size of and the volume of that segment. So that will be our approach. Everybody happy? Good.
Great. Yes.
No more questions? There's
one behind there.
Hi, I'm Anando from Car India. Just a question about the fuel efficiency increase. You mentioned 7% in the petrol car and 2% in the diesel car. How have you been able to get this increase? What have you done to the engines?
Two things that have actually induced the change in the fuel efficiency. One is, if you notice, there's a new aerodynamic design of the front bonnet, which gives it a far better efficiency when you're driving. The second thing is the air friction inside the engine is obviously far smoother because of this aerodynamic design. That's actually helped enhance the fuel efficiency by 7% with the petrol variants and 2% on the diesel variants.
So
Great.
thank you.
Thank you once again. Lunch is served. Please join us for lunch. And I think all of you can come for photo ops now.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for introducing us to the brand new Vento. And once again, our friends in the media, we request you to join us for lunch after this. If anyone has lost this is probably a good time to claim it. Just have a look. Just wait for some. Yeah, that's right.